Hello, I'm Dr. Jerry Nolan with Love is the Answer. In today's segment, we'll be looking at one of the difficulties of love, and that is encountering students who feel unlovable. Too many of our students, through no fault of their own, lead chaotic lives, and they feel like throwaway kids. The good news is that we are equipped to respond because love is the answer. Nell Noddings suggests that the primary aim of education should be to promote the growth of students as competent, caring, loving, and lovable people. I'm here to tell you that if a student doesn't feel lovable, the chances of them growing in competence, caring, and love is going to be a real struggle. Sadly, students today experience increased levels of violence, abuse, and neglect. It's no wonder that students are growing more lonely and depressed, angry and unruly, more anxious, impulsive, and aggressive. It's only been in the last 10 years that I've experienced even elementary students who throw desks, rampage through the school, tear classrooms apart, and it doesn't have to be that way. What we know from a variety of scientific research is that it's the lack of human connection, the lack of love, especially at an early age, that's the main cause of the anxiety, narcissism, depression, and despair that lead to this type of behavior. The good news is we have the answer. As Leo Buscaglia used to tell us, love is the ultimate behavior modifier. I'd like to share a story about Cindy, a teacher, and Shane, a student, and Cindy's colleagues. Shane was a throwaway kid. He had bounced around from family member to family member. He'd been in and out of foster care. His life was total chaos. So what did he bring to school? Chaos. Kids bring us what they have. The change took place unexpectedly. Shane had been gone a couple of days and came back to Cindy, his homeroom teacher, and like she would for anybody else, she said, "Shane, how you doing? You feeling better today? You doing okay?" And he looked at her and said, "Why would you care?" And he wasn't being a smart aleck. He wasn't being anything. He was genuinely taken by the question. She responded, sat down with him and said, "Here's why I care about you. Here's why you're important to me. Here's why I asked that." I think it was the novelty of the situation that actually impacted Shane. He'd never had anybody ask him anything like that before. And so he had an immediate connection with Cindy after that. She went on to share that particular story with the staff. And the staff bought in and said, "Okay, here's a kid who's had some trouble, who's got chaos in his life, and what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we build a connection with him." Now, we all know how those chaotic kids can be. Nothing happens overnight. It took a long time. It took a lot of work on behalf of Shane, Cindy, and the rest of her colleagues. But over time, Shane began to feel lovable. Okay? He started to have some esteem, some feeling for himself. So he started to care about school, become competent. He started to become caring. He started to become loving. And that biggest change was that self-worth. Because Cindy and the other staff members built that relationship with him, he actually began to care about himself. Caveat. There were one or two teachers who didn't take the time to do that. They continued to have problems with Shane when nobody else did. It was the staff's concern for Shane's well-being. It was their love that helped Shane to love himself and to feel lovable, and as a result, become competent, caring, and loving. Many students who live chaotic lives have not experienced much, if any, love in their lives. It's no wonder, it's natural that they would feel unlovable. St. John of the Cross offered us a formula for students like Shane. Where there is no love, put love, and you will find love. Not only do we find love as Shane did, but any student, family member, or colleague who we share our love with will also find it. And they will experience that life-giving experience of being lovable. We hope you enjoyed this segment. Please read the companion blog on drjerrynolan.com. Please view our other videos on our YouTube channel, Love is the Answer. Follow us on Facebook, and most importantly, on behalf of me and my family, we wish you an abundance of peace and love.